went down this rabbit hole to see if Beverly was really sold in Italy. And I'm in this forum from 2007.
Dang, baby, 2007.
Yeah.
Was it like a GeoCities website?
Well, because somebody had family traveling to Italy and they told their family, hey, find me some Beverly, bring me some Beverly back.
Welcome to the DANK Pod. Join us on our chaotic adventure of what it means to be Disney adults. Like, follow, comment, and share wherever you listen. Send any questions or feedback to us at thedankpod@gmail.com. This week, we're chatting about Disney freemiums turned premiums. Let's get dank.
Let's get some questions for you. Pop quiz. Pop quiz, Dankers. You guys know what I'm going to ask?
Have fun.
Oh. January, right out of the gate. Yeah, have fun. Guidepost number 1 there. What are the other 2 guideposts? Natalie, you're on. Kick us up a guidepost here.
Be real.
Be real. You got it. You got it. Ashley, you got the 3rd one?
Don't yuck somebody's yum.
Oh, you guys are 3 for 3 tonight. I like that. I like that.
We had answers to all of your questions so far. I just want to take a moment to recognize all of us for all of the pop quizzes you thrown at us so
That
far.
we survived.
We knew this episode. We knew next week's episode. We knew our.
We smashed it. I think you know what? As a matter of fact, this is a wrap. Good session,
You know
guys.
what? You know what? We earned a pizza from Pizza Hut as well.
What's today's show about?
Oh, sorry. Bait.
It's about Disney providing free services, but now charging for them. What do you call them? Freemium?
Freemiums turned premiums?
Yeah, that's what the producer
Premiums
called it.
premiums. There
Yes,
we go.
the producer's very particular about verbiage that he uses. We can't deviate. We're gonna hear about it later. How's it gonna roll?
Yes, definitely. Heads will roll, mostly downhill. Off with her head. I learned it from Alice in Wonderland.
Alice the princess?
Alice is not a princess. She is actually just
A normie?
Yeah, she's a normie. We'll learn more about the normies next week. Do we have a new pope yet?
No pope.
No pope.
How often do I know they don't come out until it's decided, right?
Good job.
Is that still
Most of them
true?
stay in the closet their entire career.
But
Do,
we have to get you on
do you
some
need?
open mic nights.
Do you need? Do you need to know the conclavatorium schedule?
I didn't even know there was a schedule.
Yeah. So they vote.
Who's up? So wait, do they have a media manager? How do you get that job?
I think you got to be a very,
I'm gonna Google it.
very good person.
A very, very good person.
I'm a good person.
Yeah, you got.
I'm gay though.
Oh, you're out. Actually,
I'm out.
depending,
Wait,
the
the
old pope would have been in.
Right.
You'd have been.
He would have been in.
He was very accepting.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's probably why JD got rid of him. Oh my god. We gotta.
I'm hoping
He's
for
in denial.
Pope
He bumped off the
Paula.
Pope. I love that. Yeah, no, they voted at 1 p.m. Eastern, and that's going to confuse the executive because he's going to think they waited for us to be awake before they voted. He's not going to realize that they voted according to their own schedule. So they voted at 1 p.m. Eastern, and everybody had to keep their eyes peeled on the Pope pipe to see what kind of smoke was coming out. And black smoke means that no new pope. They couldn't reach a 2/3 majority from the papillary Congress, and white smoke means that they chose a winner. And so right now they voted, and it was black smoke. So 6 more weeks of winter. And
Such a mess.
I know, right? And the next vote will come in at 4:30 a.m. Eastern. So look for that update. I am awake at that hour. So my eyes will be.
Well, make sure you let me know if we have a new pope.
Oh yeah, my eyes will be glued to the Pope pipe. There was like one seagull or something like that on the roof at the Pope pipe camera. And seagull is famous now. The entire comments were just like Pope goal for the win, and I'm just like, these people are idiots. Anyway, current affairs. Are we ready? Should we get down on the premiums turn freemiums or freemiums turn premiums?
Let's get dank.
Premiums turn. I'm with it. What do you?
What,
Yeah.
Would we have a list?
All right.
You know, it's funny you should ask. Because I had Googled it.
You Googled it. Okay. All right.
I have my own, in my mind, but aside from that, I had other curiosities. I'm like, I wonder if, I know I'm sure other stuff, but, I wouldn't know what they are. You got to know,
All right. Well,
And you have to be alive at the time, because sometimes things change before
before
I was even a
we
grown-up.
arrive. Yeah. Let's do one at a time. So what's the first one on your list?
Yeah, what you got?
I want to do my real life. I don't want to go to my list. You're out of control.
What do you mean? Well,
on my
She wants
list.
to go
or-
on her vibes first.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
right.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said your
What's
real
in-
life. I
Like,
was
yeah,
like,
what's
what?
in her mind?
What's in your mind? Well, what do you
Right,
what do
it's
you
my mind.
what are you perceiving as a premium today that you was free in the past?
I know January has one in mind, so I'm not going to take it away from her because I could tell and see it in your eyes. But for me, it is the PhotoPass. When you used to do the premium pass, that it was included in it. And then now, even if you have the premium pass, you have to pay additional for it.
Which one's the premium pass? What are we calling like the
The Incredipass?
Incredipass? Is that the
We can call it whatever you like. I know what I have. I know back then it was called premium. So
how much was the premium pass back then?
I think you might have me confused with Chase banking. I don't recall how
He's like,
much
"Take my
I
money."
paid for. Right.
We don't want to know.
And
So,
at that time, I mean, I had
PhotoPass?
again, it was the top tier. It had the PhotoPass. It had the water parks. It included the ESPN golf thing, which I
water
never
parks?
utilized. Yeah.
So the
I
pass.
downgraded for January.
Oh.
Wow.
Never say those words aloud out again ever.
Not I downgraded to January. No, for January.
PhotoPass
Ridiculous.
downloads were also included with like Run Disney races and holiday parties.
But-
You used to get the downloads.
Are they no longer?
Ooh,
Like you
look at
sign up for those
No.
events, they're no longer
are
part of
you-
the event.
Did you
No,
already?
you
Did you
have
just know
to
that?
purchase Memory Maker or do individual downloads now.
Interesting.
And as a matter of fact, piggybacking off of that, when you did the photos, you used to be able to do cool filters and little effects to them, and that's it.
Now they choose it for you when you pay for it.
You get your
Yeah.
you get your picture,
Dang.
and then you got to pay for anything else you want if you want to look at it more than once. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway,
Yeah, no, we
and they expire sooner. I feel like I don't know.
the pictures in the app.
Yeah, I don't-
But you got to download. Yeah, I
know.
think it's a short period of time where they like hang on to it.
Yeah, I'm sad because I lost it. Like I have to. There's some that I've downloaded, but I have to go in and they're out like this last year and stuff.
If only you had a place to print them and store them.
I know. I'm so excited about it.
If only you would download them.
So
on
I
your laptop.
had a question.
Eat your fucking stat.
I had a question. How long ago did you start taking advantage of PhotoPass? Like what are we talking? Like 10 years ago?
I've always had it since day one.
What's day one?
How long have you had your
I got my
Let me
first.
see your old PhotoPass pictures.
I have my. I don't know. She don't want to
The-
see
the-
those.
the-
I've had the pass since 2013
Okay, cool. So like the reason I'm asking is like before things were like
consecutively without break, and all they've done is increase my prices and take away my benefits. But it's fine. Let's keep going.
my thought process here was my thought process here was what did they do before there was the digital solution? Were you able to just go and get them printed for free?
You're thinking of the 1980s, and I don't know those years.
Then-
I just told you 2013, and that was already digital.
Back in the
Like
1900s?
everything was
Okay, that's all I was checking on. I just want to make sure and see if it was
out
like,
of control.
if it was something that we had to that wasn't that it transferred into like a digital realm during, but you've been digital since 2013 with it, which tracks. Cool beans. Yeah, we popped we did the photo benefit on our pass. We attached it to my pass this year, and yeah. So for me, the value was there, but for you, the value was free at one point, right? So they're two different perspectives, right? So I didn't have it included in my pass previously as part of the package. So when I saw it and it was like, I think it was like $100 add-on, I was like, yeah, that's cheap, easy, fun, and let's do that. But for somebody from your perspective, looking at it through your lens, where this was previously part of the package, and now they're like, give us an extra $100, you're like, $100 for what I already bought? Like,
Right, exactly. And also, this is also the whole. This is the whole purpose of the thing we're talking. Of course, the new people aren't going to know what the premiums are.
Mhm.
This is the whole. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, no, I'm just telling you like the perspective that we bought from my perspective and seeing it through your lens as well is very interesting. So I feel like a benefit like that. So it's like think of it like cell phones, right? So when you had a good value cell phone plan, you could stay in
Are you
it.
going to try to defend their charge? Because if you're going to do that, we're going to shut this down right now.
No, I don't think I'm going to defend their charge.
Oh,
I'm going
okay.
to maybe a little bit I'll defend it.
It sounds like you are,
to-
and then you try to gaslight me about it. But let's go.
No, to newcomers. So if you're new to it, like charge them. If you were
Grandfathered in, like we've discussed in the past.
yeah, but we would exactly. It would be like that. If you continue it without breaks, then use
Consecutively.
the same tier. Have you?
I've never even thought about how long until you made me think about it, and now you've really upset me.
Let me ask you a follow-up question.
Night ruined.
Did you?
Not even for COVID. I never had a gap.
But did you?
Like when people were like, "Oh, I let it go for the COVID, and now I'm gonna get
Wanted
it back."
passions
Like my
or-
friend will refuse to let it go now because he's scared that because after everything happened, and you know how they had that, like it was only the people who already had it that could continue to use it.
Yeah.
Never had a break. God, why would you think about this?
Let me ask you another question. Let me ask you a follow-up question.
God.
Have there? You said that you changed past tiers. That's an abandonment of the plan. When did you?
No, it's not. You know why? Because they make you change it every year. So if they kept it consistent, then I will keep the same plan. How about that? They're the ones who do not renew every year. Like example,
That's right, it's a new
SeaWorld.
contract.
It is. So don't come at me, bro.
Oh
You're
no!
English.
Well, I'm struggling here because we renewed this year to the same plan.
But it's a new contract.
Because you have
It is a new contract.
right. It's a new
Yeah.
contract. That's the point. It's a new
You just
contract.
sign a
Okay.
new contract.
That's how we get you.
Very interesting.
And that's the thing.
Annually.
And even having the same, it doesn't matter. You were still getting charged again. I had
Yeah.
the same one consecutively, bro. Years.
Okay. 72 points to Natalie. What's our now that Natalie's angry and fired up? I love that good start. What's our next?
Why?
It wouldn't be a good podcast week without getting Natalie fired up first thing.
I cannot.
It's why we're here. It's why I exist. What's our next premium to give thought to?
The Magical Express,
What's that?
which was complimentary airport transportation for Disney Resort.
Okay,
guests.
babe. Remember when I said
Yeah.
real life?
Hold on now.
You're reading off a
Magical
list.
Express bus service.
What list is she
Remember?
reading off of?
You know, she's looking at her iPad, and I thought you were gonna say, because we previously talked about it before, the lightning link passes, but it's fine. Just read your list.
Damn.
Both of you are so mean this week.
Let's
Simmer
let's take a
down.
time out, Natalie. You can't yuck somebody's yum. That's guidepost.
You
That's a
activated me.
guidepost.
You made me think about how long I've had this path.
I'm trying to take your side, Natalie. I'm trying to take your side. Do we need to hit a reach? Do we need a timeout? Do we need to shake it out? Yuck.
I don't know what that was, but yeah.
Cinderella getting to the ball. I thought we covered that.
But yes, I did see that on the list, babe. Thank you. Keep going. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, tell us more. Let's talk about that one. Which one did you say? Free hitching a ride to and from the airport?
So the Magical Express discontinuation.
Okay.
It was a huge perk that families flying into Orlando could use. It was free, it was direct, and it was immersive from the airport. Disney ended it in 2022 and leaving guests to find their own transport.
Did you use it?
So it was a loss of the Disney bubble, especially if you're doing a resort experience.
Did you use it? Or
No.
No. Okay.
Well, we live here, so we wouldn't.
Well, you never
but
know. Like if you were getting a ride,
I
You don't
getting a
assume
ride
your
home-
schedule.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
did-
impose it on you. How do you feel
I
about that?
didn't. I didn't use it, but I actually did work it when I worked at the airport, and it was a pain in the fucking ass for the workers there. So convenient for them, I'm sure, for the guests, but
So do you blame them?
the guests or the workers.
The Disney for getting rid of it.
I mean,
it
being
was
that there
probably
was
COVID because they ended in 22. Trying to make up
I'll-
the money somewhere.
Oh, okay. I see what you're
also-
saying. You're saying that COVID is to blame for the shutdown.
Budget cut.
Yeah.
and also it being like learning that was a free service. They had Disney employees at the airport collecting the bags, so it's like that's money they're saving, so I can get that, you know.
Interesting.
Hold on. Are you saying that Disney's saving money so it should go to Natalie?
No, I never said that. Why are you making?
Because
things
I
up?
thought you said that they're saving money so I could get that.
I can understand that. Jesus.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I thought we covered that you can't talk to me like that.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be a long night.
Just breathe. Okay. So I think and we've heard like some interesting stories about that. And they're bringing I don't know if they're bringing the transport back. Yikes. I'm going to be honest. I don't blame them for that one.
For the Magical Express?
Yeah.
Why are you so sad about it?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if somebody came to Orlando only for Disney, it's such an added benefit because it takes you to the resort. You're spending all your times in the park, which they're already transporting you to, all the restaurants.
But I don't think that's happening anymore, especially with the expansion of Universal. People are spending they're coming in and they're staying at a competitively priced resort, and then they're
That's true.
taking non-Disney days and leaving the bubble. And if you
Yeah, but the benefit to this, if I'm not, let me make sure it's the same thing that I'm thinking about. As a matter of fact, the fact that you didn't have to deal with your luggage,
they brought that
like
back.
you just checked it in at your flight, and if you're staying at a Disney resort, you didn't have to worry about waiting for your bag.
Mm-hmm.
We all know how that can take forever. It can be time consuming. It can be annoying.
Mm-hmm.
You just get off the plane and you go onto your Disney bus. Disney employees would collect the Disney bags that the airline workers would separate for them,
Mm-hmm.
and would load their Disney and would load their buses.
That
Yeah.
seems crazy to me. I would never leave my luggage
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I
people
don't
leave
know
their
that
luggage all
one.
the time.
with a whole ass
But-
stranger.
But they brought elements of that back now. If you are staying at a value resort and flying, I want to say it was like JetBlue, something like that, or maybe it was like
It's
Southwest.
very recent, whatever it is.
That you can check in your luggage and they'll take your luggage to and from the airport for you, from the resort.
I just
Is
wish
there a fee for it?
Stay at the value resorts
So only the value resorts? That kind of doesn't make any sense to me.
currently, right? Yeah,
Especially
I hear you
for
on that
Disney.
one. Like you think it would be like stay at our top tier resorts and get this perk, but yeah, no, they were I think right off initially with the rollout for bringing it back, it's stay at a value resort and you can take advantage of this perk, which is interesting. Like you pointed out, I think it's a very costly endeavor, right? Anytime you're transporting people back and forth, and then you run the risk of they're coming to stay with you, but they're not spending all their time with you, so you're investing. Who else should like? It's hard. Like I get why they did it. You want to try to keep people in the bubble and limit their exposure to places outside of your bubble. So that way, every dollar that a family spends stays within Disney. But
I'm not seeing it that way.
I mean, that's
You're seeing it.
That's the
You're
point.
seeing it as a very much way, but they don't have to. Even all this is literally eliminating is waiting for your bags after. They're not saying you can't stay in another resort. You might stay only one day there, and the rest of the time at somewhere else.
That's the point.
It's not like right, but that's what I'm saying. Like whether they check your bag or not, that's not going to change.
Yeah, but the program is more than just checking bag. It's transportation included, right? So we pick you up
Right.
at the airport, we get your bags, we get everything taken in, and give you this white glove concierge service for staying at a
Right.
Disney resort and like staying inside the bubble. As people venture outside the bubble, that becomes less of a solid investment for Disney and more
Give me an example of venturing outside the bubble during that process.
go to Universal.
Right, but during that process,
No, imagine.
that's
So
what I'm understanding.
I pick
Yeah.
Ashley up and we go for a date, and I take her to the restaurant and I get her new clothing and we go shopping, and I take her back to a house
Write that down, Ashley. Don't forget.
and I take her back to a house that she's staying at that she's rented from me, right? And so now I've done her hair, done her nails, fed her, dressed her up, and then she calls up a Tinder date and leaves and goes out on a date, wearing the clothing and the makeup and the hairdo that we just covered.
But you're not. The thing is that you're applying
Mm-hmm.
value to products.
Yes.
What they're doing is yes.
You don't think
my point?
You don't
is
think that there's
they're-
value in what they're offering?
They're convenience.
But value? There's no gas. There's
The-
not a
the-
vehicle.
it was the convenience. It's the convenience.
That-
That's exactly
that
all
all
of that
has-
falls under the convenience. They don't have to rent a car. They don't have to get an Uber. They're getting it. That's it was because
Yeah,
the thing is that
that's
Disney,
not free.
But
right?
It's an investment
Wait,
that
Ashley,
Disney
wait,
is
wait.
in making in their customer, and if
I-
that customer
right, but
ventures
I
outside of the
don't-
bubble, then it's
That's what I'm
wasted
saying.
dollars.
I'm not understanding like all those. I'm sure some, of course, don't leave, but by using that service, by no means does it say that they're not or they will venture outside of the bubble.
Yeah. It's just, but eventually the amount of people who will take advantage of that service and then go leave the bubble and spend dollars at a competing establishment, eventually that makes it not worthwhile for Disney to maintain that program. So then what they do by rolling out, hey, we'll do your luggage to and from the airport, but not the transportation, that ensures that if you want that convenience factor, you have to stay with us. Because if you up and leave, you come into our bubble, and then you up
That's the
and
only
leave.
time it was offered, though. That's why I'm not understanding what you're saying.
Yeah,
They weren't offering it just because you were going to the fucking park. That's cute. Go ahead and go to the park.
Yeah.
You have to be staying at the resort.
it's a cost. What I'm saying is it's a cost that Disney is absorbing and that other businesses are benefiting from. So Disney absorbs all the costs, but Universal gets a benefit.
And you're saying it was less likely before, like 5 years ago? That wasn't happening?
I think it's happening more today than it was back then, and the pandemic put a strain on a lot of systems.
Yeah, but it didn't stop until 22.
Yeah, the pandemic put a lot of strain on a lot of systems. When they were coming back to losses, nobody was winning coming out of the pandemic.
Winning.
Yeah. So I see the value gone for the consumer, but I can also see why. Like, if it's bad for business, it's just bad. And that just strikes me as something that needed to be reevaluated. So they ceased the program and then brought back, evaluated. They're still going to evaluate it. It may start at this value resort and then begin to trickle out to other tiers, but it might just sunset. January, how do you feel about it?
I'm saying that they would start with a Valley Resort. I'm so in shock by it. Like, it's so not.
Big feeling.
Normies don't deserve benefits?
No. Hell no.
I like that I threw a grenade out there and Ashley was like, no.
No, fuck those guys. I'm the one investing.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit. She didn't mean that, normies.
You're going to tell me that the day that you have an express pass and you bypass all those dummies in a regular line, you
Stop.
don't
We don't forget. We're not calling them
wow.
dummies,
That
Ashley.
would-
That's harsh. Why are you so mean? Why are you so spicy today? Accuse us of being spicy. Why are you
I'm
so
feeding
dang-
off of y'all's energy.
We are feeding off of each other here.
Ah.
Nom, 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 nom. Okay. So January, do we get your final thoughts on that? Like, how do you feel? How does it make you feel on the inside?
Well, I think it's both.
I
You
don't.
know,
Both what?
Bisexual?
Yeah.
it's both.
We're talking about both.
Both of your guys' point of view. It's both.
Okay. Jury's still out. Okay,
so
jury's still out.
much.
She's trying. Thank you for being diplomatic, January. We appreciate that.
I love it.
Net neutral, I like it.
Very.
I
very
love it.
neutral.
I
She's-
But I
love
feel
being-
like if I was a resort stayer who continuously came year after year and and enjoy that service, it would kind of be a bummer to lose it.
Yeah, I agree. It would definitely be a bummer especially if you counted on it for any
Right? Yeah.
part of your offsetting the cost. If that was a determining factor for you to stay, for you to even come in the first place.
I'm confused.
I know.
When they were transporting the luggage, were they also transporting the people?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Was it in the same vehicle?
Yes.
Yeah.
You ever seen like
The
the
mirrors.
Disney Cruise Line buses or no?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, you guys out there, I forget.
But mirrors.
Yes, they have
I've seen
Disney
mirrors.
buses. Like it's a giant. What is it? Coach
The
bus?
shuttle bus. Yeah.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Yeah.
coach,
Like a
coach
Sprinter?
bus. Like mirrors?
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
They're the big buses.
Oh, okay. Like
Huge.
Greyhound?
Like Greyhound.
Yes,
I got you.
like Greyhound.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That part I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Now I can see why they're more upset because I was like, what is it? Why would they just transport luggage?
So yeah. It's not just the luggage thing, Ash. It's the people part too. But now if they step that down, transporting luggage is easier and less liability than transporting people at the same time.
Yeah.
It's very
Yep, yep.
interesting.
Yep. When you're aching. Yep.
For some
Where's
bacon.
Some bacon. Yep. Just
True.
kidding.
No.
Very
jokes
true.
told there.
Yeah. Don't tempt me with a good time. What's our next freemium turn premium?
Yeah, what's our next vibe?
Get another vibe?
Are you giving me the eyes?
I'm not giving you eyes. I haven't
I'm giving you eyes.
Oh, you're
Say
giving-
the one
Okay.
that we talked about. Say it.
So FastPass going to or turning into Genie Plus and individual lightning lanes.
I've-
The FastPass is free. You're gonna let the guests skip the lines by reserving ahead. Anyone with the ticket could get it.
I feel like
It was like in the morning, right? Like you would pick a time.
yeah, but you can only have so many at the same time, right? I feel like Natalie is ready. It's like aching for this one.
Oh no, it was for Babe because we talked about it. So we're gonna
Oh
talk
yeah,
about
talk about what you talked about then. Tell me about
So
that.
do you have to buy Genie Plus for the day in addition to get Lightning Lane, or can you buy just Lightning Lane?
You know, that's a great question. I understood it as you could buy Lightning Lane, and Lightning Lane was a version of Genie Plus. Like it's Genie Plus, Lightning Lane single, or Lightning Lane multipass.
Multipass.
Actually, you know what? You can get just an individual Lightning Lane.
So you can buy
Right.
lightning lanes for individual rides, but
Mhm.
Genie Plus, I think you
Is
get
a package?
a
A sele-
selection.
Say a selection.
A selection.
A selection
Shut
of
up.
yeah, you're right. So you can get like a pre-portioned package of
I
if you do
see.
Genie Plus.
The Genie Plus.
Yeah. Or you can get, and then you can supplement with individual lightning lanes, or you can get
How do you-
the multi-pass.
How do you feel about the pricing from $15 up to $25 plus per ride?
So
Like rides with the resistance.
I mean, they got us.
I'm not too, honestly, I'm not too upset with that.
So that's per person. So if I had to do 25 per ride,
How many
it'd be
rides?
$50.
How many rides you going on?
It'd be $50 for one ride if it was 25.
So, for one ride, it'd be 25.
Well,
For
per
two
person.
people.
Yeah, correct. Mm-hmm.
That's what she
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, it's a 25.
I mean, it,
Yeah, look at Natalie. Natalie.
it's-
Total would
yeah.
be
Yeah.
$50.
You're talking about like for like a family, but we're looking at this from an individual aspect, right? Because there are
But,
families
but
who
we're
have,
married. We're a unit. So we look at our finances as one.
Yeah.
So it costs
I don't-
us $50.
I don't disagree with that, but we're looking for the case study. It's one person.
The case study?
Yeah, it's like Ashley and I are one person, and let's say we all go to the park together, and you want to get a lightning lane. Or sorry, Ashley and I are two people, but and sometimes we merge like Legos. But let's say we all go to the get your hand off your temple. Sometimes if we all go to the park together, and there's four of us, are you saying it's $100?
Yes.
So the case study is
That's at 20
it's just $25 per person per ticket.
She said that
holder.
though in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then she said 50 for two.
Yeah,
And then you went
definitely.
on this mansplanation.
No, it's not. That's
He
not what
wasn't gr- he
mansplaining is. Let
wasn't-
me tell you exactly what mansplaining is. Mansplaining it. I'm fucking.
Oh my goodness.
Goodness, bro.
Oh my goodness! Stop trying to womansplain me here. Next, you're gonna pop out with the power of okay.
I think we've just identified the way that each of our minds works, right? So he's thinking of himself and what it costs him.
That's not at all. Don't impose. Don't put that. Don't put that
Yeah,
evil on me,
you were-
Ricky Bobby.
You were
That's not
just
what I
talking
said.
about the individual costs. Meanwhile, January is talking about the family, right? Like what it costs for her and her person.
Yeah, I said I definitely looked at it from the individual perspective because there are other people who will say like, "Hey, how much will this cost per person?" It costs $25. Is that on average? What's the most it
I
can
think
be
that's the top
for
I'm
the
going in. I gotta
just
see.
digging in? Yeah,
Going in the app.
I'm interested in what the lowest price is and what the highest price is for it. And people have done the math on this, on the cost comparison between the two market rivals. Actually, how much was the?
Is people you guys?
No. People would be like other
okay.
bloggers and stuff like that. Actually, how much did we pay for our?
I don't think that's a fair comparison
Why?
because it's opening day.
Yeah, no, but how much did it cost?
Oh, a lot. It's like $270 a person.
$270 a person.
But again, that's opening day
So-
of a brand new park.
And there are 12 rides there. 2 of which
13.
don't have 13. How many have express pass queues?
3 do not.
3 do not. So there are 10 with express pass queues, $270 a person. That's 27 per ride. And they're single use rides. So you can't just repeat. So
At this park at this time.
yeah.
correct.
So that's the benchmark. So this is a freemium at Universal with the Premier Pass, you get free express after 4 p.m. every day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
For one ride.
For
yeah.
one ride. You can go so you can use it on multiple rides. Any ride that has Express Pass, you can use it once per that ride. But yeah, so that's a good freemium comparison. But January, what do you come up with?
So the
for cost?
pricing varies by day.
Mhm.
I'm looking at like next Saturday, if you wanted to do Lightning Lane for Tron, $21 per guest. If you wanted to do Guardians, 18 per guest.
Mhm.
Rise of the Resistance, 22 per guest.
That's a lot.
What's the highest?
The highest. So you can do multi-pass, but you only get up to 3 experiences. And then they like tell you what the experiences are.
So
Multi-pass.
I got one for you. So
And those are like $27.
okay, so market rate, $27 at the highest tier, but there's some bargains to be had.
Don't hit us with your
32
logic.
over at Magic Kingdom.
So when the parks opened originally at Disneyland, there were ticketed rides. So you bought like a ticket book, and those ticket you had like an e-ticket for
Like
and
the
you-
fair.
Yeah, like the fair. So, and then as time went on, they changed their ticketing structure, and the gate price went up. The e-ticket books or the ride ticket books went away, and everything started to become inclusive in that gate price. And now what's happening is everything is still inclusive, but so many people want to visit and experience the attraction at the same time that they're just like, we need to create a pathway for somebody to buy their way to the front of the line, right?
Bitches like me.
So I think it's competitive pricing, honestly, compared to their market rival.
It sounds like it is. It sounds like, but again, when
Doesn't feel
when it
good.
used to be free,
That's the ticket.
and then okay, you
Say
let's
it,
play
Natalie.
this
Go on,
game.
because that is the ticket. That's the thing. Go, Natalie. Tell me more. Dig in. Light your
Dig
eyes
in.
up. I love it.
I'm tired. Ugh.
Preach it, Natalie. Preach it.
Tell me.
It's fine. It's good. It's
Don't
fine.
stop,
It's good.
Natalie.
It's
Don't
fine.
stop. What are you doing?
No,
You are on the
I'm good, I'm
precipice
good.
of letting. Of,
No, I just want to activate me. It's fine. I'm good. We'll stop.
no, so but Natalie's right. So here's where Disney messed up. They gave it away for free. If they had never had free FastPass booths, no matter how it was, like you'd only have like one at a time for a period of like 3 hours or something weird like that, right? And everybody could go scan their pass, and it would spit out a ticket with a return window, right? Like come back at 10:30. If they had never done that at all, we would not be having this conversation. The conversation we'd be having is that's a very competitive pricing structure.
Right.
But Disney messed up. Disney messed up, Ron. And they gave it away for free. They let the cat out of the bag, and now they try to reel it back in. They let the genie out of the bottle and try to suck that bitch right back in. And maybe that's why they call it Genie Plus. Trying to rub it back into the bottle.
Putting it back in the bottle. In the lamp, really.
Yeah, in the lamp for sure. Any final thoughts on the Express Pass or Lightning Lane stuff?
Do you think they always planned to
No.
charge for it?
No. If they always planned to charge for it, I don't think they would have offered it for free in the first place.
I think they would want you to get a taste of it.
Like drugs.
Well,
Drugs.
Yeah, the first time it's free.
you have to remember,
That's why I did
when
my
you
drugs.
went to the terminal to
No,
get the
JK.
fast pass, you had to have what?
A ticket.
No, you had to have the Magic Band.
No.
No.
So wasn't it a ploy? Oh, it was a ticket before Magic Bands, right?
Yeah, and it was just a
Like, was it a
paper
ploy
card.
just to sell more Magic Bands?
So thank you for pivoting over to Magic Bands, because Magic Bands used to be free with the resort stay.
Magic Bands were also free upon every renewal. They sent you a new one.
No longer.
With the annual pass holders.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest.
Which, I didn't need it. I get it. Like, I understand you saving the 2 cents that it takes to print out that Magic Band. It's fine. I get it.
I
But
love that everything at Disney costs 2 cents. How much does that
Yeah,
cost? It costs 2 cents. I get it. It costs you 2 cents. I get it, Walt. 2 cents. It costs you 2 cents. What's that Mickey shaped pretzel you plunked $15 for? I get it, Walt. You can't afford to put that much salt on my pretzel, but it costs you 2 cents. We gotta work on your budgeting. We're gonna call you Natalie 2 cents. Cha-ching. Yeah, no, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I feel for you with that. It's a struggle, right? The thing with Magic Bands that really got me excited was the idea that you can now track purchases. And when you can track purchases like that, you can really understand customer buying habits and then market to them specifically. So if I'm visiting your parks and I made purchases and swiped my Magic Band for discounts, and I ended up with a purchase history that leaned towards Epcot related purchases, the next festival that popped up that was at Epcot, you might send me email reminders, more pointed email reminders, to try to get me to come back and spend money on that, or a new Spirit jersey that was
This is the
Dole
retail
Whip.
nerd in him.
Yeah, that was Dole Whip.
yeah, I
centric.
know it's hard.
So it's very hard to live this life. Someone's got to do it though. But yeah, so I see the benefits of that. I will say that if I was a guest staying at the hotel and it used to be free and now I've got to pay for it, I do not see the value in the Magic Band Plus. Do you?
Magic Band. What's the Magic Band?
I
Oh,
think
like
The one you got to charge?
I think it's interesting that they came out with another Magic Band, especially with the prevalence of smart devices.
Yeah.
Also, with them giving you the option to have a digital pass on your cell phone in, wearable tech. So
Agreed.
I think they are competing with themselves when they make that digital pass available. And then how much of the firework experience, or the little touches throughout the park where it gives you feedback?
There's not
maybe
enough
it's
of
more for
those.
Interaction. I think
maybe
is
it-
what you're looking for.
like maybe there's more benefit for children. You know, like that's a little bit of magic, but I don't know so much for the adults.
How many Magic Band Pluses are you getting for kids? Are you?
First off, this is dank, so we're not getting anything for kids.
Thank you, Natalie.
I leave my kids in the car with the windows cracked.
You crack them?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't crack
stand
those. You
it.
can't. Don't crack those windows.
Yeah.
We don't crack windows in this house. Let those kids in the car. They got to learn what it's like to grow up the way we did. The back of a station wagon, no seat belts. You got out of line. Your parents just stood on the brakes.
Oh my God.
It's all right. I live my life.
This is the way I live.
Yeah. So I don't see the value of the Magic Band Plus, although, I mean, I get why you might charge for a Magic Band. I don't even charge my Magic Band up. It's passive for me, and I use this to tap into the parks, and I use it to tap for PhotoPass stuff, but I don't, unless it just holds a charge for 6 months, 7 months at a time, I don't charge it up.
What does the charger even look like?
It's in your car.
Didn't you spend like $40 on that?
Yeah, because I think right now, pretty much what you can buy are just Magic Band Plus, and then I got Boy Black.
Boy Black.
It just made sense to me.
Interesting.
So yeah, so that's where I live. But so I don't know if I would pull my cell phone out all the time. I don't know if I like that part. I took the Magic Band puck out of the wristband, and I put it into a puck holder, and I strapped it to a badge reel. So now I just use a carabiner, and I put it on whatever. If I don't have a bag, it clips to my belt, and then I just zip it out, tap it, and then release it, and then like flies back in. But I do the same thing with Universal with the hard pass, the plastic pass. I keep it on the badge reel and pull it out when I need it. I'm not a lanyard guy.
Never lanyard guy.
No. All right. What else? What other freemiums we got?
Go ahead, babe.
So other freemium for a short period,
Oh.
the resorts were charging for parking from
What?
2018 through 2023.
They're not doing that anymore?
No.
Really? That's interesting.
There was a reversal in 2023.
So they learned their lesson.
So they were charging anywhere from 15 to 25 per night for hotel guests
They
to
were,
park.
they were charging 4 guests to park on property.
Yeah.
We were probably too poor.
At the actual resort.
Even deluxe resorts weren't exempt.
That sucks.
Oh, well, that explains. When did that end?
23? I think
It
she
says 2023.
That sucks a whole lot. I'm like straight up here. I cringe when they want to charge me for parking at a hotel that I'm paying to stay at. I
just
channel my
build it.
inner Natalie.
Listen, that applies to life, bro. Like, you understand they charge, or they charge parking out apartment complexes.
Oh.
It makes me so angry.
That's why we moved. I got into a
Yeah.
fight. I was like threatening lawyers. Ooh.
It makes me so. I can't, like, how do you. For it's
know I
like,
live here.
I don't understand. It's like they're going to charge you to breathe next. It's ridiculous.
It's insane. They might. Be careful. They might.
Don't give them ideas.
Yeah. Don't shout that stuff out. But yeah, we went to go stay at most of the resorts that we go to stay at we should say we're off property for a lot of stuff. But when we go to Disney, we've been staying on property because the value for us to stay on property is equivalent for us to stay off property, but then we can use Disney transportation. So, but when we go to Universal, it's not common for us to stay on a Universal property, right? So
Well, you've never wanted to.
yeah, it just didn't strike me as something I wanted to do. But we went and stayed at the Helios Grand, and they were like $35 for parking. And I was like, fucking hell. We're staying here tonight, right? Like it was like $550 a night to stay here. You're gonna charge me your nickel and dime me for $35.
Well, I think it felt worse because as the annual pass holders that we are for Universal, we've never paid for parking.
Yeah, it's just not a thing.
Never, we get free valet.
Yeah.
With
But
our
at the new
Universal
park, we
pass.
do get free. They're extending the free valet
Yeah.
to that property.
But not if you stay at the hotel.
Yeah, when you guys when y'all want to go, let us know. We'll valet you right in. We'll teach you about the sweet life.
How kind. Thank you.
We try.
Exactly.
It's like working a soup kitchen on Thanksgiving.
Uncharitable review.
Wow, so he's saying we're homeless.
Yeah.
unhoused.
We're unhoused.
Uncultured is what he implied.
Uncultured? Is that what? I love you guys. Okay, yes, parking is an issue for sure. What else? What else we got?
I think that's all I know from life. And the list I saw had 5 things on it. January.
So these are like smaller things. Back in the day, the park maps would have time guides. But
Okay.
now with the prevalence of technology, they've really shifted all of that to the app.
The app.
They're getting rid
Um,
of some of the park maps. And
Yeah.
so I fully recommend if you go, don't sleep on the park maps. If you're out there listening
they
and you're
love
going, I'll pick up a stack of maps. I send them to people. Like if you don't live locally and you like the charms that I make, if I'm sending you a charm, I'll put a park map in with that charm. And it's just, from the park that I picked up the penny. It's a lot of times it's just a nice little touch. And for somebody who lives in like Ohio or something like that, it's like, oh, this is a cool piece of the park here that I can unfold and, the kids tear it up or whatever. Who the hell cares? But don't sleep on the map. Sometimes there's
Another freemium that's just going away.
It is. And sometimes they'll do, if you go on a special day, they'll do special park maps. So I wasn't there on May 4th, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had done a special May 4th,
Didn't they
Star
do
Wars
it for
Day.
Animal Kingdom's anniversary?
On the anniversary, they did a special park map for it, and we picked up a few, and then I picked up a set of pennies, and then when I listed the set on eBay to resell, I put the park map from the anniversary on as part of it. I didn't charge for the park map, but I was just like, it's a nice touch. Here you go. Yeah.
So thoughtful.
Don't sleep on those park maps. They're nice. If you're looking for a cheap souvenir, set of pennies is $5. Pair it with a park map. Put a little bow on it, and maybe go stop at TJ Maxx and get a $5 coffee mug. Strap them all together, and you get a nice, polite little sub $10 gift to bring back for somebody as a souvenir. And they'll use that. They'll throw the map away, but they'll use that mug every time. They'll think about it. You were saying though, January. Keep going.
Other small things like Club Cool used to be different. They used to have a bigger selection of free international Coca-Cola samples. It's still free, but the selection is smaller.
Now y'all went to Club Cool a whole bunch, or have you
Yeah,
seen shrinkflation taken over there?
Oh, we haven't been lately.
Have you? What flavors did they offer in the past that you think you may be missing?
I couldn't tell you. I just know the ones stay away from. Beverly.
I don't know, like, where is it from? Is it France?
Beverly?
Yeah.
It might be Italy.
Oh, Italy. Okay. How do Italians drink Beverly in Italy?
With their mouth, same.
With vodka.
When do Italians?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was discontinued in 2009 in the Italian market. It can still be wow. They're over here having a sample discontinued.
I was going to say that's why it sucks.
Yeah. It was discontinued. They just have copious amounts of it in the back that they have to
Giving
plow
away
through. They have all the
for
syrup. They're like, let's just give this shit away.
That
for
was in
free.
2009. They definitely have to have gotten rid of that. It says that it was, even though it was discontinued there, it can still be sampled at World of Coca-Cola museums in Atlanta, Las Vegas, and Coca-Cola locations at Walt Disney World Orlando.
I so wanted to go to the Coca-Cola Museum in Atlanta, but instead we went across the street to the aquarium.
The Atlanta Aquarium.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take January to swim with the whale sharks.
Are you really?
To swim with them?
They can't
Yeah,
eat
I've done
you.
it.
They can't eat you at all.
I've done it before.
I didn't know you could.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we saw Natalie that day we were there when you killed the beluga.
I did not kill the beluga. You need to stop saying that. It's offensive.
Dude,
Did
me,
beluga
you
die when you guys were
asshole.
there?
Sorry, my bad. No, it was pregnant, and so we exercised a whole bunch of white privilege that day.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we grabbed lunch, and you could sit outside, in this like lunch area kind of thing. And one of the ballroom doors was open just a bit. And like, so the people we were there with like, hey, let's just walk inside this room because what's the worst that can happen? They'll just tell us to get out. Right. So
Right.
we went in, and it has like on one side, it's a ballroom, right? So on one side, there's a beautiful view of like the whale shark tank where people are swimming in it with the whale sharks and their scuba gears and stuff. And on the other side, there's like this other viewing window for this like
Yeah, it
beluga.
was like a private viewing of the beluga tank.
And that particular one was pregnant, but Ashley sat down like crisscross applesauce in front of the tank and like put her hand on the glass, and the beluga would come swim really close to it and press
They are known
gently press her belly across Ashley's palm
They
of
are
Ashley's
known
hand.
to rub against the glass. It's
Yeah.
a thing that they do. They do it with the kids on the other side too. But I probably sat there like like one of your
30 or
people
40 minutes.
for like 45. Like I was not
And it
interested
was just
in lunch. I
on
was
repeat.
just
And
interested in
every time she put her hand up, she was interacting with this beluga, this pregnant beluga, who pressed the belly up against and come back around and press the belly up against. And the calf didn't survive birth.
Actually, it did. It survived like 3 to 6 months, by the way. Calves die. It was devastating.
Wow.
And
Why are
have
you
never
such
let
an
me live this
asshole?
down.
Why are you?
It's
Oh
one of
my
the
God.
best memories.
Maybe. How about maybe if you never gave it that energy, it wouldn't have lasted that long. Maybe it would have been like
You gave
only lasted a couple
you
of days.
gave that calf 6 months.
Wow.
That's why they don't let us in the sanctuary at Animal Kingdom.
You're so
You're terrible. You're so terrible.
Oh my goodness. January, what other premiums gone premium do we have?
Let's see. So far we've talked about FastPass turning into Genie or individual lightning lane,
Mm-hmm.
the Magical Express discontinuation, resort parking fees from 2018 to 2023, charging for Magic Band, and the PhotoPass cost increase.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got, you guys.
Okay.
That's it.
There were what's that?
Okay, no, go ahead.
Oh, there was there was one that I thought might come up, and I was prepared to defend Disney over it, and so now I don't know if I want to bring it up.
Do it.
Some people view the Disney Plus restrictions. So, and now I don't pay the Disney Plus bills. It comes out of
What do
Ashley's
you-
account.
What do you mean restrictions?
So,
They change stuff?
login sharing, device limitations, ads.
I mean, they're all doing that though. That's the way it is. And it was supposed to be happening in the first place. So it's not really. Nah, it's all right.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
But that being said, let me think.
Yeah. Have you been charged for your magnets yet? Because they cost. What do they cost? Like 2 cents?
Probably -2 cents.
How many magnets did you guys get this month?
We haven't gotten any this month.
It only gets it when you
Oh, when you re-up? We got 4. 4 magnets.
Oh,
came
watch
in.
out! They're gonna double the price of your pass next year.
One of our passes is going to go up next year. We did get the photo pass this year. I think that when Ashley and I go up next, one of the things I want to start to do is I think I'd like to take more photos with Ashley at the park.
Bro,
You
don't
know
even
what?
like
Speaking
me.
of, listen, just embrace it. Okay.
Don't make me change my mind.
You know what's fun? I went down this rabbit hole to see if Beverly was really sold in Italy. And I'm in this forum from 2007.
Dang, baby, 2007.
There was,
Yeah.
Was that like a GeoCities website?
Well, because somebody had family traveling to Italy and they told their family, hey, find me some Beverly, bring me some Beverly back.
Oh.
And they said they looked in every store. They asked everyone that they met if they knew where they could buy Beverly.
They were like the
No
red
one-
light district. You can buy her for like an hour at a time. Or they
And
use
no
the
one
metric
knew
system.
what their family was talking about.
Dang.
Maybe it's a pronunciation thing. So like
Beverly.
or
No, I don't know.
Beverly, I don't know. Like maybe something like that.
Beverly.
Maybe they were putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. So every time they went in somewhere, they were like, "Hey, have you seen Beverly?" And they're like, "Nah, Bev's off today. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about."
That's funny.
All right, I guess now's a good time. Any final thoughts on this before we check the mail?
I think I would
Check
just like to
that
point
Oh,
out that
Go ahead, Ashley.
I was gonna say I think our freemiums at Universal are better, and I'm gonna be sad if we get fucked over by this Epic Universe nonsense
How's Epic gonna screw you over?
by adding the park cost to my annual park pass and increasing it exponentially. I'm nervous.
What are they saying out there?
I don't know that there's any actual. I mean, I'm sure there's guesses, and Jonathan has a mental limit, but I think he'll cave regardless.
Yeah, I don't have any. Like, I think for me, I think my limit for the new park pass upgrades is going to be like $12.50 before I would balk at it. And then once it goes, if it got up to like $1,500, I think we would talk about dropping down a tier.
$12.50 is like a $500 increase, though, right? Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
that's a pretty significant increase. They would have to. I mean, so here's the thing: is it a 1-day park, or is it a 2-day park? I think it's a 1-day park.
I mean,
Epic?
Yeah, currently it's a
I
1-day
mean,
park.
if you're not doing Lightning Lane, you probably have to go to 2 days to do all the rides, right?
yeah, I mean, I think we were
Hmm.
only not pressured because we went for those handful of hours the day before.
Yeah.
So I think it's at least a 2-day park. But I
Okay.
do think there was quite a lot that might not have been open or active or engaged.
There's
We
also
didn't go to a whole world.
yeah, we're boycotting that world.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. So I don't think it's fair to call it a 1-day.
There's also only one ride experience in that space.
Sure, but there's other things to see and do.
Yeah. I would say there are some rides that we made a mistake on going on
I don't think so.
that I don't want to go on again. That I don't have a desire to go on again. But there are some. Like I'm not in a hurry. Are you in a hurry to go back to Mario Kart?
No.
Okay. How about Mine Kart Madness?
Nope.
Yeah, never mind. How about the flying machine from where we try to do like spins and everybody just gets a good forearm workout?
And Burke? No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's some stuff that I don't want to like jump on.
But
So
it's not to say that it might not get better.
yeah, you're right. Anywho. All right.
Sorry.
Any final thoughts? Any like really for real legit final thoughts before January passes out?
Look, I have my blank.
I know.
I would say my last thing are the gifts that they would give out that were actual gifts and not just bitch ass magnets.
How much do you think
When
those
did you
magnets
get a
cost?
gift? 2 cents.
2 cents. Sorry, my bad. I forgot. Natalie, 2 cents up in
Wait,
the house.
so when
Choose
would
the-
you get gifts?
Yeah, talk to me about those gifts.
I couldn't tell you. It's been so long
Like enamel pins?
that no, like my favorite ones were that it always sticks out is this champagne flutes that we got. That
You
they
mean
were-
pass
it
holder
was
gifts?
Pass holder gifts, yes.
I gotcha. Yeah, they definitely got cheap on you. You get
Yeah.
now if you have your champagne in a refrigerator and that refrigerator has a metallic door, you can load it up with magnets. All right, so let's check that slot.
Check that.
Check it. Funny.
Slot time.
There's nothing in our slot.
Bro, the build
Empty
up.
Yeah,
slot.
what the hell? Get it. Fill our slots. Let me fill our slot. You want to fill our slot?
Slot.
Send us an email at thedankpod@gmail.com, and
That's
going wild.
we would love to read your mail.
Did we traumatize them, do you think?
Maybe, possibly. All right.
No.
I love it. All right. Is this a good point? Good spot to end? Anyone have anything else to throw in here? A non-related?
When is Josh going to be on the show?
You know, I sent an email to him. He hasn't
Ooh.
responded yet. I did
Josh
hear.
get his promotion?
I heard that he got a promotion, but I'm not 100% certain. But I did hear that promotion is on the horizon for him. Incoming. They did just have their shareholder meeting the other day, and they announced what they announced. Ash,
I don't know.
new park.
Oh.
Not that we're
They
not going to get to
announced that
enjoy
today,
it.
not the other
Oh.
day.
Yeah, it was
I heard of it. I saw something about it today.
Yeah. I
What,
saw
Disney park?
Not impressed. I don't even. I'm so like, oh god.
Where's
We'll
it?
just do
What
anything
is
for
it?
money.
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi, yeah. That's where it's
Abu
going.
Oh, in
Yep,
the,
over there.
Middle East.
Yeah. I was
Well,
like, oh,
there's
that's
money.
exciting.
There's money to take from people over there. You
There's
guys.
a lot of money over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I know.
They're not nitpicking.
Can you imagine the price of?
They're not nitpicking
Oh
about
my
FastPass
God.
over there.
I
The whole
can't.
park will be
They're
fast.
spending that oil money. Anybody have any park plans coming up?
We do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we actually just told. Yeah, I told you right out loud.
What?
We might do Epcot next week.
What the hell?
We haven't decided yet. I think I'm gonna check our schedule.
I think we're doing Hollywood with the Savage.
Might
next-
be Friday.
Not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
There are no lunch reservations to be had.
At Hollywood?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
Dank out.
Think out.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Dank Pod. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share wherever you listen. Send your feedback and questions to us at thedankpod@gmail.com. Join us next week when we talk about Disney recipes to make at home. Until next time, stay dank.